I say, here at Kajun Roots Reseller, if you give me an offer, and I'll take it with no problem. I got an offer. I got the dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars. Let him have it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Let him have it.
Hello, everyone, and good morning on this TGIF. A great Friday morning. We had a little mist and a little rain this morning, but that's all right. Didn't stop me from getting my work done. First in the chat this morning, we have Miss Marion that gets that pie point. And don't forget, the rest of the month, you first in the chat to comment when the video goes live. I do have several of those videos for this month that do not have any comments. So make sure you go back and check on the videos. Make sure if there's no comment, you're the first to comment, because then you get a pie point. On the first of the month, I will do a drawing and see who wins a box of moon pies. Also, hello and welcome to Wendy, Miss Carol at Carol's Creative Corner. Good morning, hello, and hello to each and every one of you. Lisa C, hello and good morning and welcome. Ms. Joyce, hello and welcome. And let's see, remember Jennifer Haynes today? Yes, she will be in surgery on her wrist. So yes, definitely keep her in your thoughts and prayers. We definitely want her to get well soon, and hopefully that'll help her with the issues with her wrist. So definitely keep her in your thoughts and prayers. And thank you for reminding me. And in fact, we talked about it this morning, Robert and I. So yeah, definitely. Good morning, Rebecca. How are you doing this morning? Hello. Well, I did 12 listings this morning already, and I got 21 more to go for the day. And so it's so good to see each and every one of y'all. Good morning, Dory. Solo seller from Louisiana, my cousin. Hello. Good morning, and it's so good to see you. Lego Man, Mr. Brandon. How are you doing? Hello, Mr. Brandon, Mr. Lego Man of the Midwest. How are you feeling? Yes, Miss Carol, how are you feeling today? Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better than yesterday. Kept thinking about you during the night, keeping you in my prayers as well. Much better, thank you. That's great to hear. Yeah, it's not good when somebody you know that you watch on YouTube and they don't get to feeling good, and so you get to start to worry a little bit and concerned and that kind of stuff. So that's a good thing. Have no school today. What? So does that mean you get to come and hang out with us in the chat this morning? What? What an honor. So good to hear y'all. Good morning, T. How are you doing? Don't forget this evening she has an auction. Actually, it's 7:30 this evening. Definitely go check her out. Let's see. They are. Thank you. They were worked. Thank you for the prayer. Yes, they do. Power of prayer is wonderful, and it's a good blessing. Good morning and welcome. Hello, Barbara. Lisa C. Miss Carol. J.R. Care. Good morning, Jen. How are you doing this morning? Hello and good morning. Good to see each and every one of you. And why not? I'm going to start this morning with, even though Jennifer's not in the chat, let's get her, and don't forget to get her some watch hours. Go check out her videos and let her know we're thinking about it. Even if you leave a comment in her videos, that is a blessing for her there. Also, I have gotten my proof in for my new merchandise that I'm looking at getting from DC Sales. So if y'all need anything, I love the work that she does. She's very quick. When you ask her to tell her what you're looking for, she comes really quick back with you with a draft. I'm very pleased with what I have coming in. And so I won't be showing any of that until it comes in, because I'm doing one for myself and one to give away. So we'll wait and see when it comes in. Let's see here. And there's the link. Did I put it in? Oh, no, I didn't. I put the other link. All right, and here's the link for if anyone would like to come in, showcase your channel, your platforms, whatever you sell on. If you have any special events coming on, you are more than welcome to come on. And I want to mention this because someone brought it to my attention. They wasn't sure if they can. Anytime I put the link in the chat, is because I would like for you to come on, showcase your channel, talk about what you got coming on. If you have any questions, I love answering questions. If I know the answers, or if I at least know or how I do it to give you an idea of what the answer may be, I don't mind doing that. But again, I do share that link out so you can come on, no matter who you are. And come in and talk about your channel, showcase your platform you sell on, whatever it may be. Let's see, Rebecca, if you talk to Mel, send her my greetings and let her know I am thinking of her. Yes. I need to send her another message. I've been trying to keep in touch with her. Let's see, Lego Man, Lisa. So where was all that? I'm getting out of bed. Oh, okay, cool. Still in bed, Lord Jesus, I've been out of bed since 2 o'clock this morning. eBay anniversary order update. What? I was supposed to get that when they had that anniversary, 25-year anniversary party. I just got something from eBay. Wait, what is this about? Oh, they sent me another shirt. What? That is interesting. I might be actually getting my although I already got a shirt already. Interesting. I'll take it. I don't mind it. Advertising eBay for 25 years? Yeah, I'll take it. I love free stuff. All right, Lego Man said he'll be out of bed. I've been out of bed since 2:30 this morning. Good morning, Julie. How are you doing this morning? Hello, hello, hello. Me too, just getting, oh, Lord Jesus. I done went to the store. I've done packed my packages. I have no school today, so I get to sleep in. Well, that is true. But for me, even sleeping in late to me is like 5 o'clock. That is my late. 6 o'clock at the tops. And that's if I really am not really wanting to get out of bed. But yeah, that's just me. But I got a lot done. I got 12 listed items this morning. I got 21 more drafts. I'm going to go do a meetup this evening. So yeah, I've been doing pretty good. Good morning, Julie. How are you doing this morning? Hello. I am blessed. I've got a lot accomplished today. Do have a lot planned to do for the day. I'm still working on getting some more lots together for the night's auction. I did some research on a coin that I got. It's a United States Marine Corps challenge coin, and it's from Imajima. I can't find it nowhere anymore. And the ones that I did find that someone referred me to, those are actually gold or silver. I don't think neither one of these are either because I did test them, but they're not. So I took a choice, put them online, and see what happens. Let's see. I do most in the morning between 6 and 7. I'm pretty done, but yeah, that's what I like about getting my day started early because I get a lot done, and then the rest of the evening's mine. Good morning, Susanna. How are you doing this morning? So good to see each and every one of y'all every morning. We are all blessed. Yes. Yes. You must go to bed at 6. No, actually, I usually go to bed depending on if I have an auction at night or not. I'm usually in bed by 7:30, and then I'm usually up by 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. But I get a lot done in the morning. I get so much accomplished before the day even starts. So my day is when I wake up, I get started. Good morning, Maggie. How are you doing today? We'll be mostly just listening, and I'm listing. Oh, cool. Yeah, I got my drafts done already. I've already got my listing done that I wanted to get done this morning. So I'm ahead of myself, and now I'm going through some more boxes of inventory I came in with. And this thing to start working on. Let's see, Johnny, do you put those kind of items on auction where you can find out comps and then it's unusual? I'm going to try one on auction to see because I have one that is a believe it or not. Where did I put it? I thought I had it right here. Oh, here it is on the calculator. Yep. I bought 82 of these. And after researching and checking each one of them, I'm going to show you something on Miss Carol. I know you're still in here, so keep an eye on what I'm going to show you. These are the coins that I bought from Miss Carol, actually, from her auction. And after carefully going through each coin, there is one that stands out because, tell me if you can tell me what's wrong with this coin. There's the front of it. And there's the back of it. Can you see what's wrong with it? It's a misprint, yes. The edges are off when they printed it. This is one that is definitely out of line. It's not lined up, and it's a misprint. Front, and you see how the bottom's cut off? Yeah, exactly. Just like when they got the stamps done wrong. Same thing on the front, on the other side of the coin. Let me get it focused for a minute here. I'm still learning how to get this focusing thing going. Come on. There we go. There we go. Yes, it's completely misprinted. And it's like that on both front and back. Only one of the coins out of the whole group was like that. Let's see here. I'm going to see. This one may go on auction. But I'm still doing some research on that. But I haven't found anything. When I started researching, I found one that sold and one that was listed. But it was not the Iwo Jima one. It's just a plain. And there's no year on those. These are marked with the year 2000. So I will have to see what happens when I do a little bit more research. Yep, the stamping itself was off. The edges were completely wrong. Yeah, that's the only one out of the whole set that was like that. I got a Vero on a Fila golf shirt. They said if it was fake, I did not know they faked Fila. Baby, they can try to do that for anything, actually. Double stamped, yeah. Well, this one actually, I think it's just a misstamp. It didn't even, a lot of the edges aren't even stamped with it. Got stamped out wrong. Yep, just that one. I believe it will be because it's just like a stamp or a regular coin or even a dollar bill. But this being there is no value money-wise. It's not like a coin value. It was something they gave out after World War II to the U.S. Marine Corps ones that are in the Marine Corps. China fakes everything. Yeah, you're right. You always got to make sure you definitely look at the details that can tell you for sure if it's fake or not. Bet he is going to find out. Yes, I will. I'm going to be looking that up exactly because what I did was I listed 12 of them on eBay at regular price of $32.95 because the ones I found, none of them had a year on it. A lot of them had Toys for Tots is what they were called. I want to make sure I don't mess this one up with the others. So I did clean up some of the 12 that I put already on eBay. I cleaned them with some Never Dull, and it gave it a little shine. It still has some of the patina on it, but it gave it a little bit more of a shine. So we'll see what happens, and I'll take a little bit at a time because I want to put some in the antique booth to see which one sells the quickest and the best. So I will be taking half and half to see what happens. It won't hurt, so we'll see what happens. Get comfortable in my chair here. There we go. So, yep, that's basically what's happening here. Listing, pictures, drafts. I got all that done. So this weekend, actually, my goal for this weekend, I'm saying this kind of stuff because this is where I can hold myself accountable for. Hopefully this weekend, I plan on getting finished with my garage and have everything in the shed that belongs in the shed. Since we moved, and that was more of my staging area in the garage. My goal is to have it emptied and ready for me to park my car in it by Sunday evening. So I don't have much left. I've been tackling it every day, going through things, getting rid of things, putting things in where they belong. If it becomes an eBay item to sell, that's where it's going in my eBay room. I'll put it in a box saying eBay inventory or antique inventory. Either way, it comes in and it gets that's my goal, because once I get that done, I don't have to worry about that part of the garage anymore. And don't forget, this evening when we have the royal auction tonight with Queen Cleopatra and myself, our guest is Miss Marion. She will be on our she was on, was it Wednesday? I think it was. She was on Paul's channel, and so she will be on our guest tonight's show. Let's see, where do you go? Going to find out. Okay, that was where I was at. Thumbs up. Yes, please, if you don't mind, please hit the thumbs up for me. I need to do our garage. Ugh. Yeah, I know. I've been trying to get that finished since April, because with everything I'm doing, plus unpacking all the boxes when we moved everything here from our 2 homes in New Orleans, it was a lot of work. So with that being said, I have almost done where I can park my car back in the garage again. I was able to park my car in the garage last winter, because everything we had moved from in June of last year, I basically put it in the house where it goes, and I just basically emptied out all the boxes as I go. Now it's a matter of just finishing up what's in the garage and get that done. Yes, I got some game from Marie. Yeah, she did a lot of. She had some nice stuff when I was watching it Wednesday. I was cooking when I was watching that. Trying to show some support. All right, and of course, when I get to close to 700, I will be doing a video letting y'all know what I'm going to be giving away, because that is something that is already in the makes. I already approved the draft and getting done. We'll go from there once I get it. I got the draft yesterday, and I approved it because I liked it. Simply Dana, hello, hello, hello. How are you doing this morning? Oh, yes. Brandon, I did get your package in yesterday, too, by the way, from my order. It came in yesterday, a day early, actually. There's Miss Marion. I think I have some great stuff to sell tonight. I am so excited. I am, too, because I was watching you Wednesday on Paul's channel. You have some great stuff. Because I'll be telling you in the background, if nobody bids on it, I'm going to bid for you in the private chat, because that's how I do it. I don't bid on something unless it's not bidded on, and we have to pass on it. And if I want it, I'll shoot you a message in private chat, just to let you know. That's how I roll. I just don't like to bid on something when we have bidders in the chat that's bidding. That's just the way I am. So I hope everybody gets to have a chance to come out. And then after our show tonight, T's going to be on hers, where she's going to be doing her auction tonight at 7:30 on her channel. She's got a few guests on her channel tonight. Good morning, Miss Mary. How are you doing this morning? Found for you today. Hello, hello. Excited to get my games, Marion. Yes. I can't wait to see some more stuff she's going to bring out with today. So if anybody would like to come on, there's the link in the chat. You're more than welcome to come on and showcase your channel and or your platform you sell on. So does anybody have any questions or any plans for the weekend? Let's see. Simply Dana says she's doing okay, working, hoping you and everyone doing well. I am blessed, baby. I am doing really well. I got to go get all. I love going to the store when they first open. Get in and get out. I go in there with a list and I get out with that list. Hello, 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 and good morning to Mr. Brandon. There he is.
Hello.
So how's school going for you?
It's going okay.
Y'all just having a special day or something that you're off today?
Yeah, the teachers have meetings today.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Becca says, I have 2 auctions today to get ready for 2-day, one on NASCARs and one with flipping frozen. Whoa, you're going to be a busy little one today. Yeah, I got my package in yesterday from you.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I just woke up, so my eyes are still trying to be awake. I might not be looking at the computer the whole time because I'm getting stuff ready for one of my antique booths.
Oh, okay. So you do have an antique booth.
I have 2.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
The first one I started in March. I think it was March, and then the other one I just started last month.
Well, that's cool because I started my second one in March. No, my first one actually started in the end of January, beginning of February. But then I had to wait to open my second booth after the situation of them closing everything. And so I was able to get my second booth around March. T800, who is that? Somebody's been here that's been here before. They're blue. So let me see who that is. Is that someone anybody knows? Because I see you got a blue wrench. Curious minds want to know. Let's see who this is. I'm curious. Who could it be? Who could it be? Uh-oh. No info. Lanny, of course. I knew it was going to be either one of y'all, you or Jared. That was changing their names. So how's everyone doing? Hello, Lenny. Now that I know it's you. How you doing? Let's see. So what do you usually put, what do you usually specialize in your booths?
Normally jewelry, since I have a lot of it. And I just bought 100 pounds of it last night.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So that's going to be fun to go through.
100 pounds. I think that's what I have collectively already total.
No, pretty much just jewelry, and I do put some Legos in my booths, but I don't like to put sets in my booths because I'm afraid that kids are just going to open them up right there in the booth. So yeah, I'll just put like pieces and bricks in. I won't put actual sets.
Yeah, what I do with mine is I always put them in bags, jewelry bags. If I have the jewelry boards, which I need to go back and get more, I put them on the boards. But I have, if they're higher dollar items, like say 20 and above, I'll put them in the lock boxes that I have that they have to ask for the key. But if I have anything under $10, $15, it's going in the little display case that they can just pull out of it. It's like a little square box thing that I use. And that way, I'm getting so much of that now that I probably will start just doing a basket of some kind. Yeah, I do have like the long baskets, that way they can grab and check it out. So yeah. Good morning, Samantha. How are you doing today? Hello, hello, hello. But I like doing my both of my boots. I do have one is strictly going to be glassware. Where do y'all buy jewelry in bulks? I would like to make some jewelry jars. I have jewelry jars already that I'm putting together. If I find like a mixed match piece or a piece has a stone missing, but my jewelry, I've been buying online auctions. I don't know, where are you getting yours at, Brandon?
Pretty much online auctions. Yeah, that's what I like to go on HiBid, which is an auction site, and a lot of the local auctioneers where I live are on that site because of COVID. There's not many live auctions that they're doing here, so they're putting all their stuff online. Right.
Rebecca says she gets all of hers out of her storage units. Even if you buy a lot of storage units, you can definitely check them out. And when you buy stuff, you have to really go through everything because you never know where you're gonna find things at. Let's see, I check them too. Yeah, I hear a lot about HiBid. If you want to take chances, there is online Goodwill online auctions that you can buy. Also, just buy outright or auction items. But those you definitely have to keep an eye on because there are mix and match stuff in there. So yeah.
I've been on Goodwill since like I was 11, and when I was 11, this was like 2010, maybe. I think I want to say 2010, but I'm not sure. They had their 20-pound boxes used to only go for like $30.
Right.
Which was awesome. Now a 20-pound box goes for like $230.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely have to watch what you're looking for and watch what they're going for because of the fact that there are a lot of them that are mix or match and you might get anything money-wise involved in it. But again, it's just a chance you're taking when it's definitely Goodwill. What is that? I want to see. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Look at them leaves.
I know. Debating.
You find the most unique pieces, you.
Yeah. Huh. I'll save that for an auction.
Yeah, really. Jennifer, What are you doing? I thought you were going in your surgery for your wrist. How are you doing? So good to see you. Mom. Who's mom? Oh, morning. Never mind. Duh. I hope you're doing well, unless your surgery's later today. Good morning. It's so good to see you, though. We were just talking about you when we first started to keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers for you. Kelly, hello, good morning. So good to see each and every one of y'all every morning. There she is with his links. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So how big of a booth do you on both of your booths that you have?
Oh, that's a good question. Because I don't think I know the exact length.
Oh, okay. She doesn't go until noon. That's why.
One booth is a wall with 5 shelves, and the other one is a actual space with, I think, I can't describe it, you know?
Yeah, mine is, I did a video on mine because on the first one I started with, I'm turning that into all glassware, Fenton, milk glass, carnival glass, that kind of stuff. And so I've been basically, every time I go each week, I will not only freshen it up, but I move some of the older stuff into the new booth because I'm bringing in glassware to fill up the other booth. So that's something that's taken me a little while because there's so much, and every time I bring glassware, I don't want to break it. So I don't bring too much at a time. And I take my time moving things around because I don't want it to get broken.
Yeah.
So what are your plans for this weekend? Are you going to be on any auctions again this weekend?
I'm on Carol's on Sunday. For Sunday Fun Day. Unless if she cancels. Because I know she's not feeling well.
Yeah, she's doing okay, she said.
Okay. Other than that, I don't have any plans. My parents and I are going to go to a town south of where we live because we have to pick up some auction items we want off a high bid. So, yay.
Oh, cool. So y'all keeping busy with that high bid.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. What was the highest thing you ever found price or good profit?
The what?
When you're doing that.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
What is the highest item you ever bought? What is the highest thing you ever bought and flipped by doing the high bid auctions?
Oh.
Price-wise.
Trying to think. Oh, I know. So there was a high bid auction, and I was so shocked because they had 100 Lego sets, and they were all sealed, and they've been in a storage unit forever. So they did have some damage, they did have some dust and whatnot, but I got about 50 of those sets that I won off a high bid. The other ones went for a little too much money, but I think the total came to around 200-ish. And I sold 40 of them. I still have 10 of them left, but I've sold 40 of them, and I think I made about 900.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Not bad for only 18 years old and making that kind of dough already, huh?
Yep.
Now, when y'all do the high bids, do y'all set a certain price per item of the items that are in that lot?
I'm confused what you mean.
Like when you're buying a lot and you're bidding on it, do you know how many pieces are in that lot? And if so, do you set a cap amount of how much you're going to bid for something?
Yes.
On high bid.
Yeah, they take, the auction company takes pictures, and then you can see. And then depending on what auction company it is, you can go and view the items the day before it ends. And so, yeah. And then we just put in our highest bids, and hopefully we win.
Oh, okay. Kelly, the e-com mom says she loves high bids. Well, that's good because I've been hearing about it. I haven't gotten into it yet because I just got too much inventory that I'm trying to get out of here first before I really get into those. But I think I have a good bit enough to not have to worry about big bulk sales right now. Buys. Good morning, Flippin' Frozen. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Yeah, I try to stay away from right now. I'm trying to stay away from large bulk items buying right now because I have so much inventory that I'm trying to get through it now. Put it in either the antique mall or on eBay or Etsy or wherever I can put it. But I'm trying to go through that now because I already emptied out in my room right here. That's this closet right here is actually my inventory backup on shelves. And yesterday I emptied out one whole shelf by going through it and either putting it in the inventory for my antique boots or on eBay. And so that's what I'm trying to get done and get it to where I got more to put in there. So I'm trying to move around all my inventory. Let's see. Flippin' Frozen says she will be on tonight on the auction with Ladies Night tonight on whose channel that one is. Let me see.
It's Donna's channel.
Oh, that's Donna?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she was talking about that earlier. Well, I know this morning it was so interesting. I went to Walmart to get things because there's certain things I can only get at Walmart that I can't get at the grocery store. So the interesting thing with me this morning was I get there and usually when you have things that are not in bags, they ask for the receipt at the door. And the lady who was at the door, I went to show her my receipt. She says, "Oh no, I don't. That's not my department. I don't do that." Oh, okay. I walked right on out. Let's see. Wow, vintage Polaroid camera accessories allotted for $5 off on hybrid. Sold one item with the lot and more they covered the cost of the lot. Wow. Yeah, I do really well with cameras in my antique booth. That is really nice to hear. One of the booths I do have at the antique mall, for some reason, every time I put cameras in it, it goes quick. Good morning, Wes. How are you doing? Diamond Wes Robinson. Hello and good morning. Brandon's working on some inventory for his antique booth, but it's nice to see him. He's off of school today. So he was able to join us this morning.
Yay.
And if anybody else would like to join, I'll add the link again in the chat. So when you put your items in the antique booth, do you put those in jewelry bags or any kind of bags to keep them from getting food with?
It depends on the item. If it's small, like a chain, to not get tangled in the bag. But with one of my antique booths, I have a lot of pegboard space. So I normally just have the item, and then I just put a tag on it.
Let me see how you do your tag. You just mark it by dollar amount. You don't have a tag.
I do the price and then my number.
Oh, okay.
So
that's easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on.
The booth, the antique mall, they want everything, and they want all kind of information on it.
Oh, which
is fine. It's just so much work. And then I'll put it on a spreadsheet on my inventory list.
Yeah.
Especially when I buy jewelry in a bulk a lot, and it's all about the same price. Because if I'm spending anywhere from 34 cents to 54 cents a piece, and that big lot of jewelry that I got, and it's all the same, and I do find some with name markings on them, I'll pull those to the side, and the rest of it all gets the same inventory number. So that way I don't have to worry about how many pieces. I just count them out and put it in my inventory list. Oh wait, there's somebody's birthday today. I'm trying to remember who. Was it Diamond West's birthday today?
No, he had his.
Somebody was saying something about it yesterday. What's up, Johnny and Brandon? Good to see you, Mike. Hello. Paul says, happy Friday morning, all you like-minded people. Hello, Paul. Welcome. Hello. So yeah, in my boots, I just basically all the jewelry that I have, I put it in a bag. Because of the fact I don't want everybody just to touch it all the time, but if they can see it through the bag, that's fine. But when I buy a whole lot of something, I'll sit there, and if it's tangled up, I'll untangle it and put it in its own individual bag, so I don't have to untangle it again.
You want to see my prized possession?
Sure.
So, good story on this. It's story time. I was at a garage sale close to our town, and I was the first one there. I shopped all around, and I bought, I think, about $30 and stuff. And their stuff was really cheap, between $0.25 and $1. And so when I get to the checkout table, I look under the table. And after I've paid, I look under the table. And I see this one item. And I go, are you guys selling this? And they go, oh, no, we were just gonna throw it in the garbage. I mean, unless if you want it, you can just take it. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just take it for free. So I got an old 1989 Boston Celtics vintage trash can.
Wow, it doesn't even look rusted.
Well, I mean,
inside, yeah, okay.
On the inside, but on the outside, it's completely fine.
Wow.
Yeah, and this was free.
The paint job looks great on it.
Oh yeah, I know.
But you can even tell the inside was rusted unless you look on the inside of it.
Yeah, and I might try to clean out that inside, but this was free.
And they were going to throw that away.
Yep, they were just going to throw this away because it was their, if I remember right, it was their dad's, and he was a big Boston Celtics fan, so he collected a bunch of Celtics stuff, and this was one of them, and they were just going to throw this out. So,
is it the same design on both sides or just that one?
Oh, it says it on this side and this side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's in great shape, except the inside.
Oh, heck yeah, I know.
Simply Dennis says, love the Celtics, my favorite team. Yeah, I'm starting to learn a little bit about them here. They seem to be doing pretty good. Let's see, not sure. Soon we'll move it to noon. Okay.
I will say it will be hard to ship that item, though. If I did.
You don't think you could put that in your antique booth?
Oh, I'm keeping it.
Oh, okay.
I could probably get like 45 or 50 bucks for it, but I'm keeping it.
Yeah, because didn't you say you were from here, this area?
Oh, my mom is.
Let's see. Brandon Paul says, get a can of the spray that turns rust into the black paintable surface. Celtics, not Celtics.
Oh.
Well, hello, Andrew. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hello, hello. Celtics, not Celtics.
I say Celtics.
I thought they said Celtics here. Hello. I'm not sure. Let's see. Last bingo game on October 19th. I hear you say Mel Wendy birthday present moon pies to her house. Please mail me one. Okay, listen, Samantha. I know you're a little over around 12 years old. First of all, and I'm not trying to be rude. You have been at me every day into my emails and into the chat. I don't mind you making comments, but when you're going to demand me to mail you some moon pies, I give those to those who either come to the chat, first in the chat, bingo. And the only reason I did that to her is because she was in that bingo that night. If I knew it was your birthday on the 10th of this month and you were on that bingo, I would have given you one. But you're not going to come in the chat, and I'm sorry to be ugly about it, but you're not going to come in the chat every single day since that bingo and demand me to send you some moon pies. That's why I keep timing you out, because I do not appreciate that, and that is being very rude to the chat. So please stop it. There's other ways you can get things like that. Now, hopefully you'll stop it. I know you're only 12 years old, but baby, you got to have some respect. That's not right. Yes, I did give her moon pies on that day because she was playing bingo that day as well. Sorry about that, y'all. It's just after a while, I can only take it so long. I don't want nobody to be ugly and rude and begging and demanding me and sending me emails demanding me. No, it don't go that way.
Johnny, give me moon pies.
Anywho. Again, I'm going back into my. Okay. Hello and welcome, Space Gallery. How are you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Good morning to each and every one of you. You're good, Johnny. Well, thank you, Jennifer. It's just I can only take so much of that. And again, the first couple of times, okay, yeah. Then I had a conversation with Robert, and he says, "Do you know she's only 12 years old?" Well, she's going to show some respect. That's all I ask. So, anywho, yes, that's true. That is true, Angel. But you know, the first couple of times, okay, I'll see it. You know, okay, ignore it. But then when it comes to my emails, constantly one after another, yeah. Anywho. That's ridiculous. Exactly, Jennifer. There's a time and a place for things like that, and it's not to keep repeating it. And I'm not being rude or ugly. You got to stop it, little girl. I mean, right now, that's what it is. You're acting like a kid. If you want to be in the chat and be a grown-up with us, please do that correctly. You are so sweet to give her a wrench, and she is 12, and I wouldn't have worried about the legal stuff. Exactly. I did not know. First of all, I did not know she was only 12 until I had a conversation with someone about it, especially Robert and I were talking about it. And then again, when it comes to auctions, I did not know she was 12. And so she comes to my auctions and I didn't know, I can get in trouble for her buying stuff from me not knowing that her parents are with her or whatever, you know? That's just a lot of legal stuff you got to watch yourself for. And I would definitely. So that's why I went ahead and took the wrench away. And that's that. She's only 12 years old. She should be supervised by her parents. And exactly. And that's why at the beginning, I had a conversation with Robert about that because I wasn't sure. And Robert asked me, he said, did you know she was only 12? No, I didn't. So, yeah, I feel sorry, yes. But being a child, she still has the right, if she's on this platform, to be respectful to everyone in the chat, including myself. But don't demand something from anyone. I feel sorry. God, she's too much of a, it's too much of a child. Yeah.
I don't know if this is weird, but it would be nice if YouTube could have like your YouTube name on the comment side, and then when you click on the YouTube page, it'll tell you the age of the person.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Well, I know some channels, even though they have like a name or whatever the case may be, I know some kids who, and I say kids because they are under age of 18. To me, that's a kid. You're still living with parents and that kind of thing. But the point is, I know when I was growing up, you respected your elderlies. We didn't get on the internet. We didn't have internet when I was growing up. But I do know there are some channels that I watch that are under the age of 18, but they're very mature for their age when they're showing you what they buy, they sell on eBay, and they're very respectful to you. I will watch them all day long, every day. I wouldn't mind having them in the chat to talk about their channels. But again, they don't go so far. And I know when I was growing up, you do not respect an elderly. You don't respect your adults. And again, that's the same thing how I feel too. The parents should be, or a parent should be with them at all times, especially that age. Especially with everything going on in the world today. Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't like that to begin with, so. Brandon's only 18, yes, and he is very mature. Yes, that is true.
Well, unless if you come to the late night auction.
That you fall asleep at the auction?
If anyone's seen Brandy, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But I do crack a lot of jokes.
Well, but now you're at the age that you can do it. Whereas a lot of times you got to remember too, when adults are near around young, under age 18 type of young ones, you have to watch somewhat what you say around them because that's just how we were raised. Let's see, is there a swearing? There is swearing on other talk shows and channels that you are set up with no restrictions, which yes. And you see on my channel, I have everything set up with no children. It's not these videos are not made for children. And I have that on all my videos. So when I set it up, even to do my lives, I even have it on there. So I don't understand how kids can come in here like that because I do have it set up that way for no one under the age of 18. She should not be able to get on here on YouTube from kids. Exactly. And I did, like I say, on all my videos, when I set them up, I go under there and make sure it says not appropriate for kids. And I make sure I check that off even when I set up my lives. It's an automatic setup for me. So, yeah. Again, I don't have a problem if they are in here, but be respectful. That's what we ask. So what else are you working on? Just all your antique boot stuff right now?
Yep. Marking jewelry.
Jewelry, yeah.
Jewelry.
I have a whole case of stuff I'm marking. I already have them on. What I do is all my earrings and stuff. I'll put them on a earring card.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here. I get two different ones. I get the brown ones and the black ones. Because if I have anything on gold, I'll put these with the gold ones. And then the brownish tan ones I use for silver. And then if I test it and it's I do the gem test, and I do the silver and gold test. And if it is, it gets higher into the boot, the items I have in my boot that have a key, where they have to ask for a key to get in it.
Mm.
But I've been doing pretty good in my boots.
Do you prefer, now this is a good question, do you prefer a booth that's open or a glass case locked booth?
For me, if I had a glass case booth, you would have to make sure, to me anyway, you would have to make sure your tags are showing somehow, because I find that a lot of people who do those glass cases, they overpack it. And so when they do that, they hide the tag to where you have to ask for the key. You have to get in it and look at it. Whereas for me, the only ones I do use a case, I have 3 different lock cases in my booth. But there's some that you can see the tag the way I set it up in my booth. But if somebody wants to physically see it, then you have to ask for that key for that item. Because I had something walk away already. For example, I had to pull this. This was with an old pair of scissors. Now these are stainless steel from Italy. The pair of scissors, and they're practically new. It came with a letter opener / ruler. Well, somebody actually, and I had it on my booth just like this, but they took the ruler and left just a pair of scissors with the leather case. So now I got to search for one. Hopefully I can find one to put with it, because that's what came with it. So that's why a lot of times I like to put some of the higher item stuff in the lock case. But as far as boots are concerned, I like the openness, but I also like the idea of having a way of locking things that are a little higher in price.
Yeah.
But again, I don't like those boots where it's all glass and then they pack it so much you can't see nothing. I don't like that.
Yeah, for me, I lean more towards the open boot side, because if you have a glass booth and you have stuff in there and people can't see a price tag, they'll have to go to a associate or a worker that works at that antique mall, and then they have to come and open it. It just takes a lot of time.
Now, also, Anthony from Bluegrass Picker had a good idea to what he does in his booth. If you happen to have, which I need to do that myself, if you happen to have a case, say you have a regular booth that's open, but you have cases that are locked, you can actually put on there the phone number to the front desk. And while they're standing there, they'll call and say, I need a key for this booth. And they'll come directly to him, and instead of them going to the front desk. And that was a good idea that he does in his booths.
Yeah. But like, I think it's better to have an open case, just because people can actually see the item and take a look at it instead of just wasting a lot of time.
Yeah, Miss Carol was with me when we did our meetup at the antique mall, and that's how I found it. Somebody had taken it was a letter opener / ruler as in that set, and somebody had taken the ruler and left the rest of it there. So yeah, that was when we were there together. And I don't like that because of the fact that it broke up the set. Now, it was worth some good money together, but now it's separate. It brought down the value to it. So I got to try to find one. I need to look for the name of it anyway. Let's see. Opener with scissors. Yeah, I got to find out where I can get another one. And it depends on how much they are, because these are genuine, German leather. Bone, Germany is where it came from. So hopefully I'll find one to match it to add to it. But again, it depends on how much it costs. I'm hoping not to have to spend too much, but I'm still going to look. But that happens, and that's something you got to take with good with the bad. But I did have a problem once where I had a Frozen 2 Polaroid camera, brand new in the box. It was gone for like a month. And then I had to send them a picture of what it looked like with my tag. And then they found it within a week later of me sending it to them. So that was a good thing. I take a picture of the tag and the item together before bringing it into the booth.
Yeah.
Could someone have moved it to another booth? I'm gonna start looking, because that is a piece that is it goes with that. So We'll have to see what happens. And it can happen. It could be sitting at the front desk. That if somebody finds something in their booth that wasn't theirs or they don't know what it is, they'll put it at the front desk on a shelf that you can go and look at it when you go in. There's strictly for the vendors to see if they have an item that was missing that's from their booth in that area.
I already went through one sticker sheet.
Sorry, what?
I already went through one sticker sheet.
Oh, jewelry thing. The way you log it.
Yeah.
Now, when you do that, do you actually use a spreadsheet for your inventory of what you're putting into the booth?
Nope.
Oh, okay. What I do is on my spreadsheet, I use Excel. I'll put the invoice number, the description of the item, the amount I paid for it, the amount that it's selling for, and how many pieces I have of that item. And then when I find out that it's sold, because I'll get that printout at the end of the month, I'll put the date it sold and how much profit I made on it. And that's basically what I use my spreadsheet for. And then when I balance my inventory each month, I can also balance it to see if anything's missing in my boots with my inventory. That way, if it's not on my sold items, then I know it's missing.
Yeah.
Good morning, hello, and welcome to Mr. Nate himself every day. I'm hustling. All right, Paul says, Johnny, maybe it was a young kid that's holding it for Moonbot's ransom. That's funny, Paul. Good morning, Dawn and Mary. Two hip chicks. Hello and good morning. Yeah, that's pretty funny, Paul. Yeah, this happened 3 weeks ago. So we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it.
I'm sorry, but every time I see two hip chicks, I can't stop laughing. I just can't. It's so silly.
I know. I heard the whole story. It got you blushing every time, too.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you're new, isn't it?
Yeah. And especially if you haven't watched their channel and so you're not familiar with who they are.
Uh-huh.
So it's so good to see you again, Dawn. Yep, that's Brandon. Brandon, she says hello.
Hello. It feels so weird. I don't know why.
Carol says, oh, do share, please.
Oh, no, don't share it.
Dawn, would you like to elaborate on that situation of what he's talking about?
Oh, yeah, come onto the stream. Oh my gosh.
But you learned the hard way, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Mr. Buys-A-Lot, how are you doing this morning? So good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. I don't know what happened, but you lost your wrench. So guess what? You got it back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there.
You know, it's crazy.
I want to check your subscriptions too to make sure you still subscribe, maybe. Go ahead.
It's crazy the things that you see at flea markets and antique shows.
Yeah.
The craziest things happen. We were set up in a flea market, and this is just weird. We were set up at a flea market, and two things happened in the same day. The first thing happened was an autistic boy came and just hid under our tables. And was there for like 20 minutes. We didn't know because we had the cloth over the table, so we had no clue until I was over at the jewelry table fixing up some stuff, and I heard a thump, and like the table moved, and I was like, "What is going on?" I opened the cloth, and there's this little boy just sitting there rocking back and forth. I go, "What is going on?" So wow. So then his parents were looking for him, so I flagged down the parents, and they got the boy. But then 2 hours after that happened, an older gentleman was walking right next to our booth, and all of a sudden just collapsed.
Oh no.
And so then luckily there was a paramedic very close by, so he ran over and had to give him CPR. So that was a crazy day.
Yeah. Also, don't forget to drop your links. I know Jennifer's dropping links for everyone, but in case if you don't see your link, Don't forget to set it up. And for some reason, my notifications were not set up on Buys a Lot's channel. Interesting. I try to make sure I set all notifications. It's there now. Let's see. Good morning, Brian and everyone. Sorry, working on my background. Shipping. Yeah, I got all that done already this morning, so I'm pretty cool now. I got it done early this morning. So yeah, that's a good thing. You keep up on things because on your area where you live, did they stop doing the flea markets already?
Yes and no. Some of the shows that we normally do have stopped. But some still keep going. There's one coming up that's a very high quality antique show in November that we don't know if we're gonna do yet because the booth rent is like $250 for 2 days, but we'll see.
Now, is that an actual in the flea market or is this a jewelry show?
This is an antique show, so like a bunch of old stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mr. Boswell says, I'm hearing you, Paul. I'm editing our video announcements for our first YouTube live 2-day auction next weekend. Wow. Yeah, I heard something about that. Our first YouTube live 2-day auction is going to start next weekend. Wow. I will be heading to the shower. I have a very important date at 1 p.m. So yeah, I heard a little bit about that. So if you would like to talk a little bit about it, Mr. Buys a Lot. I know I'm trying to remember your first name and I don't want to look at my cheat sheet, so I want to say your name is Brian. I may be wrong. Brandon isn't a renegade. Brandon isn't a renegade. I don't know what that is. What that means. Brian. Okay.
I'm confused, Paul.
Let's see. A very handsome date. Yes, Paul. He wants to know what does that mean. Oh, here we go. Oh, he wants to know the show is the show at Renegers.
No, I live in Iowa, so I don't know what the heck that is.
Okay, yeah. Paul, he said that's in Iowa.
Yeah.
Yes, not. Okay. So Brian. There's the link if you'd like to come on and talk a little bit about your chat. Thank you, Callie. Hello, Callie. How are you doing? Yeah, well, I just checked to make sure I was still subscribed to you, Brian. The only thing I didn't have was the notifications on. I thought I usually do that on everyone's video, but I didn't. Sorry. But it's there now. Back road better. Jennifer's so quick at the links. Well, Jennifer, I hope everything goes well with your surgery today, no matter what time it is. You will be kept in my thoughts and prayers, so hopefully everything goes well for you. Let's see. Paul said that. Where it went? All right. Paul says that they're one of the most premier antique show companies in the USA.
No. This is a different company. It's owned by one lady.
So, Brian, when you're going to be doing that two-day auction, is that going to be on your channel as well, or is that going to be combined with T and Donna's channel? I think I heard him say something like that. We're going to do one next week. Hello, Tim. How are you doing? How was your appointment? I know you were going to the doctor the other day. So I hope everything went well. And there's the link if anybody would like to come on and talk about any special events you got coming on your channel, any platforms you sell on, anything like that, you're more than welcome. Everybody's checking for the subscription on each channel. Let's see, Two Hip Chick says yes. Even the one bad wrist is still able to go through. Yes, exactly. October 31st, auctions for you, and November 1st on my channel. Okay. Yeah, I heard a little bit about that, but I wasn't sure how that was going to work. So make sure y'all check on that. And here's Mr. Brian himself. Good morning. Hello. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
That's okay.
Turn my sound down.
How are you doing? I went okay. It went okay, and my appointment with the neurologist is for November the 12th. Okay, so that's good to hear. Johnny, that sounds like a fan hitting your mic. Okay, well, let me turn it off.
There we go.
I moved it because it's hot down here.
Does that sound better?
It was me. She said she heard the fan hitting my mic, and that's what it was. She has a good hearing. I had the fan on, but I have it further away. The first time I had it on, it was too close, and Robert told me about it. So yeah.
Oh, thank you, Backroad.
Just up to yeah. Don't forget to check out his channel, because I'm gonna tell you how I first found Mr. Brian Buys a Lot. You were doing a video with, I want to say, Lots of Josh.
Lots of Josh.
He did. You let him. Y'all did a tour with it in your warehouse, where he bought those barrels of remote controls.
Oh yeah.
That's when I first started watching you. When I was about a year ago, when I was doing the checking other channels out.
Yep, in February. I think that actually was this February when I started YouTube a little bit more frequently.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a video with Josh. Yeah, that was fun. We actually went thrifting after the video, and
I remember that. Yeah,
I taught him about some 70s sneakers and 80s sneakers that he didn't know about.
Right,
young guy, so doesn't know the vintage stuff.
Yeah. Good morning, Land Shark Picker. How you doing today? Hello, and it's TGIF.
Morning, Dana.
Yes, Dana's in the chat, telling everybody hello and good morning. So what is the when y'all gonna be doing this auction? What is gonna start on T's channel?
Yep. So we're gonna do 2 days. T's actually driving out here. I'm putting them up in a hotel. Her and her husband Rob are gonna help me. I'm gonna have a couple people from my staff working over the weekend as well. We're gonna do 2 days live on the auction. And Tommy Bernard, that's backdoor, sir, not back page. But yeah, so it's pretty easy to find us. We're around everywhere, Instagram, everything like that. But so T and I have been talking, and Tommy's been giving me a hard time that I haven't ventured over into YouTube live auctions yet, because I've been doing Facebook live auctions for over 2 years. We've been doing Facebook. Right. I just wanted to build up the subscription and build up the, the name, my company name a little bit more on YouTube. So I'm in everybody's chat rooms, talk to everybody. There's a ton of great free information on YouTube. Yeah. And everybody seems to share a wealth of knowledge. So this is what I believe the future of buying and selling is going to be. It's not going to be eBay. Yeah. It's not going to be, things like that. That stuff's been there. It's gone. We have 160,000 listings on eBay. So it's, we obviously do that, but I have millions of items in the warehouses. So, how can I move all that down south when we go to move next summer? I can't. So we decided we're going to have live auctions and going to do them as frequently as I can. T's going to help me out with the first one. Tommy probably will be involved in some way or shape or form. And we're going to have it, here on YouTube on her page on Saturday, October 31st. And then we're going to do it on my page on Sunday, November 1st. That way we can, we can both get both of our audiences involved and kind of be fair to everybody. I'm letting her have carte blanche. If it's not listed on eBay, she's going to be allowed to sell it. She's going to make up the starting prices, based on what she knows her audience does. Right. I just bought my partner out of the sneaker deal that we bought, the 1,000 pairs of sneakers, I bought 400 pairs from that deal from him. So we have all brand new Nikes, Jordans, Adidas, Under Armour. There'll be cleats, everything. We're going to put those in lots of like 3 or 4 in a lot, and she's going to start them out at whatever she decides we can ship them for and sell them for. And so we're going to do that. And I'm probably going to be picking up this weekend. I'll be in upstate New York at Lake George with my family, but maybe on the way back I might be picking up 400 or 500 concert T-shirts, like vintage concert shirts. And if I do pick them up before the auction, you know, we're going to have those in the auction as well.
Well, let me ask you this. I know you, when I saw your warehouse a couple of times in some of your videos, so when you're going to be moving, are you going to start this business down there as well, or are you just going to get rid of all your inventory?
No, I'm going to continue to do this. I mean, that's our living. It's our livelihood.
Right.
But I think that we're going to, I'm kind of burned out with the whole eBay aspect. So I don't want to keep making my eBay store larger. I mean, you know, 160,000 items is a lot. I could live off the residual income from that, you know, without the staff and the warehouses and, you know, the overhead. I could live off of that for years.
Right.
But, you know, so my goal is, as we, you know, we're going to keep growing until it's time to move. And then as we're moving, my business is going to shift to doing just wholesale lots, live auctions, and people can come and buy from me. It's much less stressful for me.
Right.
Well, even my Facebook auctions, we do, like this coming week, we would have been doing one Tuesday and Thursday. I'm not going to do any because we're going to be prepping for the auction.
Right.
But in 2 auctions or 3 auctions a week at 3 hours a day, you know, I can put in a 15-hour week and make a substantial living where I can relax and go fishing. I love fishing and deep sea fishing. I love the ocean. So I'm just ready to relax a little bit instead of working 60 hours to, you know, just keep feeding the beast that we have, that we created, and growing.
Okay, for those in the chat that might not know you, because I know there's a few in here that may not know of you, on your Facebook page, do you have where you announce to those that can subscribe to you to see these auctions that you do on Facebook?
So on Facebook, my auctions are actually held on a friend of mine, Susan Backer's group. It's Backer's Vintage Ephemera group. So Backer's Ephemera group, and that's where we do our live auctions on Facebook. We do them from 5 until 8 p.m. Her and I alternate days, 5 days a week. So, you know, one week I'll be on Tuesday and Thursday, and then the following week I'm on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Do you have the link that we can put in the chat?
Let me see if I can grab that for you.
Good morning, Jay Marie in the house. Hello and good morning. And also the next question is, when you're doing your auctions, can anyone, I know like when you started back with letting certain people or people that are in the community for eBay and or YouTube, you were letting them come in and kind of go through some things and selling lots of stuff to certain people that would come in there. Are you still doing that?
We do. I'm trying to, here we go.
I'm glad you came on this morning, because that way
I think that link should work. I hope.
I'm gonna check it out. Yes, I'm in that group already. So yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I know that group. Yeah, I'm in that group.
That's the group where I sell at live auction. Obviously, you can just friend me from that group. I'm a moderator. I can you know, approve you to be in the group or not.
I think I'm already there.
Yeah, so anybody else who wants to join the group, if you want to see our live auctions that we have every week. Next week we will not have any, because to prepare for 16 to 20 hours of auction is a lot of work. On top of
John wants to know, where are you moving to, and where are you moving, and where are you going?
We're planning to move down towards Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Next summer is when we're looking at buying a house. My wife and her son, my adopted son, will move down at that time. My lease on this warehouse that we're in here goes until the following March. So I'll be up here, she'll be down there. I'll buy the house down there, she'll get moved down there, and then I'll be driving loads of merchandise and having my warehouse built down there. So we're actually looking for land or to buy a building as well down there.
Right.
So that we can move the business down there, and it'll take months to move. I mean, we probably have 5 to 6 tractor trailer loads worth of merchandise.
Yeah, you got a lot in that warehouse.
We have 2 warehouses, about 8,000 square foot, and now I have storage units full of stuff because we keep buying.
Yeah.
And there's some big deals on the horizon that we're looking at too. So.
Right. Solo seller. That's my cousin Dory. She when you see the request from her, it's Dory Berg.
I have it.
Okay, that's my cousin Dory. And Dawn said, "What, Dawn? You didn't know that about Mr. Bez?" She just subscribed to you, Brian.
Oh, awesome! Thank you very much.
So if you have the link, I know Jennifer's been dropping the links. If you have not subscribed to Brian, make sure you check him out. That was the page just a few minutes ago for his Facebook page. I know Jennifer's already put the link in, but we will do it again for him to where y'all can check your subscriptions. Make sure you subscribe to him. That way you won't miss out on any videos that he comes out with. And check out his channel. I have enjoyed Brian's channel since I know from the beginning when I
see if I can do it right.
Saw the very first one he did with Josh, lots of Josh, and so that's not going to work. So let me get that one off. Remove it. Paste, and let me just get the channel here. There we go. I don't know how fast Jennifer can get this stuff done, but for me, it takes me a little bit.
Cool. We've actually talked about that. I just got offered, so I'm sure a lot of you have been watching YouTube and saw like bin stores, like Amazon bin stores.
Yeah.
I just got offered a deal to buy direct from Amazon. So we're kicking around the idea of opening the warehouse into doing a bin store. And I may be buying tractor trailer loads of stuff from Amazon directly. But I'm not sure yet. I like vintage more so than I do new stuff. So I'm not sure how I feel about doing it, but I got to go where the money's at for my family, and I'm sure we'll get involved. I like buying lots of stuff, so tractor trailer loads of merchandise every week sounds kind of fun. But I don't know if we'll do live auctions, Paul, because you got to have an auctioneering license. My dad has one in North Carolina, but not in South Carolina, for live in-person auctions. But we have talked about that or a bid board. Because there are no bid boards down south as far as I know of, especially in South Carolina. So that might be an event that we would consider.
Also, he's visiting 3 bins of stores in South Carolina next week.
Yep, there's a bunch. I actually got hooked up with one of the distributors who deals directly with Amazon, and then through a connection that I have at Amazon, I was able to get directly connected to who sells to the distributor, then sells to the bin stores. Right. So it's a really large contract. You have to guarantee them that you're going to spend. I think it's around $3 to $4 million a year, buying truckloads. So it's kind of scary.
Right.
But if the business model is pretty solid. And if I can, I'll either buy from the distributor where I don't have to sign that contract,
right,
or I will buy directly from Amazon.
Okay, Brandon, I'm going to show this comment from earlier that Dawn put in the chat. She said, no, Brandon, doesn't need to be raked over the coal again. And that was earlier. I went back and found it for you.
Thank you.
Doing the jury. Let's see. Everybody saying hello to each other. Brandon will have.
Welcome, Tim.
Later, we are moving my mom to her new apartment. Oh, okay. Cool. So on your videos that you were showing, I know, are you still letting, like I know it's part 2 of the question earlier. Are you still letting other YouTube channel people that are doing eBay or farms come in and buy bulk items from you? Other than what you're going to do next week with the auction with T.
No, we absolutely do. I just sold T actually a full truckload of sports clothing and apparel and hats that I had bought 8 or 10 months ago with the intentions of actually working on, and just never got around to it. So yeah, I'm always looking to sell large wholesale deals out the door, because I probably buy a 14 to 16 foot truckload of stuff every week, or every couple weeks. I've kind of scaled back a little bit, slowing down, because we have so much stuff.
Right.
But you know, and knowing that we're getting ready to move, I'm trying to behave. According to my wife, I just paid off. You know, I had a big PayPal working capital loan for about 85 grand. I paid that off, and you know, that's been our, you know, last year of sales on eBay, and I just pay off debts. Yeah. And that's what's great about this business, is that if you work really hard at it, it's very profitable, and it'll pay off your debts, and you can do them quickly. And I had another business loan and paid that off. Actually, that'll be paid off on the 1st of next month. Another like $75,000 that I got 2 years ago. So,
well, I can definitely say I am blessed to where I'm trying not to get any type of loans, because everything that I do, I just turn the money back into the business. So that's what I'm very blessed on for this last year. And I do have enough inventory that I don't have to keep or try to get any kind of loans, because I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to keep it debt-free, so to say. So if somebody wants to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you if you have, or do you advertise any type of certain lots that if anybody is interested in?
So on our channel, sometimes you'll see us do a wholesale deal lot. If I buy a large quantity of something, I'll bring it to YouTube and offer it out. A lot of people saw that I bought a tractor trailer load of estate fresh clothing and vintage designer clothing and glasses and kind of everything along those lines. I mean, we've gotten Louis Vuitton, we've gotten Hermes, a lot of stuff you've seen from Ronnie Hart, and Chris and Tim have all been up to the warehouse. They bought stuff and they've been selling it. You know, they told everybody that that's where they got it at. But I had 450 boxes of clothing. I don't know clothes. That's how I'm trying to teach myself, is to, for me, it's to throw the money into the deal and gamble. And so we did that, and my workers have been great, and we've started selling on eBay. But people were like, oh, well, why aren't you just selling those boxes of clothing? Like, they're direct to State Fresh. If I sold them for, say, $150 shipped, because they cost about $50 to ship one of those boxes. And you have a chance of getting, you know, I've got a drawer full of Chanel and Hermes and Fabergé ties, you know, under my leg right now that are coming out of these boxes. Just for some reason, I like ties. And a whole drawer full could be, you know, $10,000 if you got, you know, a couple hundred ties in there. And so out of these boxes, everybody's like, well, why don't you just sell those boxes wholesale? Because I don't know clothing, and when we go through a couple boxes and there's some stained stuff, I don't want to charge my subscribers $150 for a grab bag box, and you get that box and you've got stained items or torn items, and what you got in that box is only worth $150.
Right.
You know, my idea of business is, if I knew every one of those boxes was worth $450 and that people can, you know, double up their money after they've bought it from me and after they did the work and after the fees, and they were doubling up, I would have no problem selling them. But the way the world works is bad news gets much more publicity than good news.
Exactly.
So I sold a box to somebody for $150 and it turned out to be a dud box and it wasn't really good. I mean, maybe they only get their money back, and that's fine. But they're going to put out a video and be like, oh, I bought this box and it was horrible, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I sold 30 other boxes and those other boxes came in and all of those people made 3 and 4 and 5 times their money. Like, you know, I sold single Hermes jackets out of some of these boxes for $500, $600, $700, and they were $4,000 and $5,000 new.
Right.
But I don't know, other than Burberry, you know, Louis Vuitton and Hermes, I don't know the name brands. So I'm learning that stuff as time goes on. As we're going through the boxes, if we see mall brands like Aeropostale, American Eagle, all of that stuff, I'm literally throwing that into flea market boxes. That stuff that stuff's going to one of my workers, and her and I are splitting it. And she's probably got 50 boxes of stuff so far that's just regular common mall brand stuff. And that stuff goes out to the flea market and sold for $3 a piece, 2 for $5, and whatever happens to it, happens to it. I don't care.
Now, let me ask you this: when you get all these name brand items, do you ever get them checked out to see if they're actually real or fake?
So yeah, in the one video you'll see, I found a Hermes Birkin bag. Original retail was about $12,000 for that one purse.
Right.
And if it would have been real, that would have been great. On the secondary market, it's still $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. They are really reluctant when you go to Hermes to tell you if it's real or not. So you kind of have to ask, like, hey, I want to get it reconditioned. So then they have to send it in, to their factories. They take it all apart. They recondition it. If it's fake, you don't ever get it back. And I got lucky, and the girl I spoke to was the manager of the specific Hermes I went to. She asked me not to mention her name or anything, but she was super, super sweet. She looked over it. She's like, wow. She's like, this is probably the best Hermes looking bag I've ever seen. She's like, somebody spent a lot of money to buy this. And she gave me 1 or 2 tips on how I could tell that it was not authentic. We found out it came from, like, there's a website that in California that sells fake bags for like $2 and $3 grand for a fake bag. Now that bag's $10,000 to $12,000 new. But a really high quality fake is still $2 or $3 grand, and that's where this bag came from originally. So it was not real. It's sitting over there somewhere, in the office underneath a big pile of stuff. And I don't feel comfortable with me selling it, knowing that it's not real. So I won't. And I have 2 Gucci t-shirts over on the other side that I was told were 1980s knockoff black market Gucci, and that they actually have as much value as a real Gucci shirt because of what they are.
Right.
But again, I know they're not real, so I'm not going to sell them.
Exactly.
That's I don't want that reputation. I don't want to, if I don't know, I'm just going to say, look, like, hey, I haven't looked through this box, and I really haven't, because we get so much stuff. There's a point where you just get to a point where you don't care. If I sell you something in a box for $100 that I paid $10 for that box, and I sell you the box for $100, and you get something out of it that's worth $2,000, great. I'm so happy for you,
right?
Because you're going to come back and buy more boxes from me.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm fine with that, because I'm going to go back to my guy and I'm going to buy more boxes. And me making 10 times my money, you making 10 times your money, awesome.
Win-win on both ends. Now let me ask you this: if somebody has a specific items that they're looking for, can they still get in touch with you in case if you do or don't have these items, that you can let them know if you are planning on getting those type of items or whatever the case may be?
Sure. So obviously you can find me on Instagram as Mr. Buys a Lot. You can message me through there. You can find me on Facebook as Brian Davis. You'll see my auctions on Backers group that we'd posted earlier. And you can private message me there. You can come over to the YouTube channel. I put in comments. I read all of them. I respond to all of them. Right now, I'm still able to do that with a couple thousand subscribers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I do try my best to get back to everybody. If I know of something we have, I'm happy to tell you, like, hey, I know we have it. I may not know exactly where it's at. Like I said, we have, my guess is right now we probably house about 3 million items that are not listed online.
Right.
So I don't know where everything is. I've bought deals 5 years ago that are sitting in a warehouse with 5 years worth of deals stuffed in front of them. That,
I remember when I first started your channel with Josh, and y'all took it to warehouses. It's like, I don't know how you keep up with what you got in those things.
I don't.
It's amazing. You have a lot of good supply and a lot of good inventory.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it's funny because people are like, oh well, it's probably all junk. Tommy's been to the warehouses as well, and you'll open a box and there'll be sterling silver jewelry or gold coins, I have first edition Tom Sawyer, Tom Sawyer books signed by Mark Twain, in a box somewhere, and those are $8,000 or $10,000. But I don't know where they're at. I know I have them because I remember the collection I bought them from.
Right, exactly.
World War I posters. I know I have them. Don't know where they're at.
Yeah.
So, we have a lot of stuff, and it just kind of all rolls into one another. Sorry if you guys see me keep looking down. I'm getting ready to launch a video. So trying to do this before we leave for vacation today. We're going to Lake George, New York, for the weekend, and we're leaving at 12:30. So
okay.
I am I'm trying to get a couple things done before that happens.
Well, Tommy Bernhardt's in here, and he keeps saying that his best stuff is unlisted by far.
Yeah, I'm really bad about that. Like, if you guys look at my eBay as Mr. Buys a Lot, I have a lot of $15 photos listed, and press photos and wire photos. And I do that because I have a staff. And that staff doesn't know antiques or collectibles.
Right.
So I'll buy 100,000 of one product. I can create a template. I can teach someone how to list that, and they can just go through and list. Right. And it's easy for them to put up large quantities of items.
Yeah, exactly.
Where if I give them, $500 antique items that they don't know, they may list it as, let's say Redline Hot Wheels, like vintage Redline Hot Wheels cars. Some of those cars are worth thousands. And if I gave those to my workers, he'd be like, metal Hot Wheels car, pink, and then whatever car it was. He wouldn't know that it's a red line. He wouldn't know that that's important to say.
Exactly.
And, we may be selling an $800 or $1,000 car for $10. And, we don't want to do that unless it's me doing that. If I do it, then I'm not upset about it. If one of my workers does it, I'm a little upset.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I just finally hit. My goal has been to get to 1,200 pieces sold or listed on eBay.
Yep.
I'm finally at 1,202.
Awesome.
So that's why every day I'm getting my drafts done, getting the pictures done, and getting listed every day. Because the good problem for me is the more I list, the more I sell, the lower it gets to my 1,200. So I have to keep listing more to keep up over 1,200. So that's a good problem to have.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is crazy how much stuff you can get up and on, and our sell-through is very, very small.
All right, Paul has a question. Brian, I'm driving home late November.
Absolutely.
Can I call you and set up an appointment in and buy some stuff?
Absolutely.
No, Paul, you cannot.
I'll take Paul's money.
Yeah.
That's what everybody wants. Everybody has this false conception about YouTube. Look, guys, my YouTube it's my way of networking with people that want to buy and sell. And this is a business to me. I'm not on here to create drama. I'm not on here to make a television series for somebody. This is business. My word means everything to me. It always will. It's much more important than whatever money I can make off of you. If I say it is something that I know it is, I will stand behind that 100% forever.
Okay, Paul, I'm gonna have to send Brian a message and see what he's got, something I'm looking for, and I'll get you to pick it up for me. Clear Thrift says that you need to list at least one of them a day to hit the algorithm. Now, also, Ours had a question here, if I can get back to it. I wondered if anyone could give me some advice on Hot Wheels listings. What's wrong with them? Are they too cheap? Now, I do know if you're looking to, if you have Hot Wheels that are redline, another person you can check out is Lonnie at Thrift Shift. What is this? I know he's got two different names. Shed Flips. What was his other one?
Shed Flips and Garage Flips.
Yeah, both of those. If you could look up him, he has a lot of videos that he bought. I don't know how I know he's got his guy for his connection, but he sold some Hot Wheels, redline Hot Wheels, that wasn't even in the pack, was selling for over $800 to $1,200 a piece. So it is very important that you check them out before you put anything on listings, because there are some high dollar ones out there, especially if they're redline.
Right. So the stuff Lonnie had was Redline Club, so it's new.
Yeah.
And some of those cars sell for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. vintage red lines are 1960s and to the early 70s till 1973. Then they became flying colors, and then you get real riders and stuff like that in the early 80s. Vintage red lines, if you flip them over, they'll have a red line on the black wheel. If you flip them over, they do not say 25th anniversary or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, I was reading what Tommy said.
Yeah.
And some of those cars, generally hot pink is a really rare color. Ugly brown is another good color. Interiors come in brown, blue, or white. So a car color and then an interior color combination can make the car really valuable. The base of the car, if it's a Hong Kong base, if it's there's about 6 different base castings on most vintage red lines from the 60s and 70s. Some of them can be $10,000 cars. You guys will see a video I have out that shows like a really, really good vintage red line collection that a friend of mine and I bought, and you know that collection's probably $30,000 or $40,000 in value. And they're, you know, in his personal collection, he has original Zamax stuff, foreign issue stuff. He has a whole bunch of old 442s mint on the card in every color. And, you know, just in the old 442s, there's cars that are $5,000 carded.
Iris had a question. What do you mean by red line? Back in the day, on a certain year time, they used to put the best way I can explain this to you is, you know how back in the olden days they had a white wheel on the tire? Well, on the Hot Wheels, they had the red rim on the red ring on the tire, just like a white wall, but it was red wall. And if you find those, definitely do your research on those, because those can be bringing in some good money.
Yeah, I don't have any on my desk, or I would show you one.
Right
oh, there you go. So yeah. you see the thin red line Brandon, going around the tire.
Only red line I have.
Yep.
Brandon, can you bring it a little closer so she can see it? There you go.
So on that black tire, you see the thin stripe of red. That's what makes it a red line tire. And on the bottom, they did reissue these, so you have to make sure on the bottom that it does not say Classic Collection or anything like that. Like this one here is marked the Demon. That's the name of this car.
Yep.
So you can easily go onto eBay and look up Redline Demon Hot Wheels, and you'll find this car, and you'll get a feel for, you know, this is called antifreeze, I believe, by the color it looks like on the screen.
Yeah.
You can see the difference in value based on condition and color.
And then also it depends on the actual condition of the paint job, because a lot of times if it's an excellent condition, you don't want to touch it.
Yep. And they do tone badly. I mean, they will tone even in the packages, the paint.
Right.
So,
yeah, that's a nice
one I got. That's red line.
Let's see. Everybody's just commenting back and forth. I'm trying to get back to the chat here. The 60s. The cars were in the 60s with the red stripe on the wheels. Yeah. Red line. Everybody's talking. I have no idea about the ones I have. They were new in the package. Now, you can still have some new in package with the red lines. You just got to check it out.
Oh, for sure.
Every day until the last day of the coming trip. Everybody's making comments. She passed her written test. Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Does anybody else have any comments or questions for Brian as far as what he's doing and the type of service that he's giving, and let everybody have types of retail lot, so to say? Go ahead and ask it. Let's see. She's happy. Oh, wait, we're here. Convertible 1986. White walls, like the convertibles on 1986. Okay. Festus is we're talking about just working away up there. It's a good thing that keeping working. Yeah, he does. Hello, No Money G. I just realized he was in here. Brian? You have a YouTube? Yeah, he does. Let me see if I can get the link in here again.
Sorry, I'm actually uploading a video right now before we go on vacation. Iris, yes. Let me see if I can get you a link. There you go.
All right.
That should work. Good morning, Gary.
Work. Yeah, I work. That's it. So yeah, y'all can subscribe to him there, and that way you can get in touch with him if you need to get in touch with him. Hello, Gary. How are you doing? No money, G.
We should get Gary up here for the auction as well. That would be fun.
Yeah, it would be. Him on the platforms, and we'll look for a lot of prices and ranges. Thank you. It's so good to have you on here because there's so many different topics that people can ask questions about that when they're not sure. And I'm so glad to see you in the chat this morning where we can ask those
nice,
questions.
Iris. My wife actually scheduled it and said, like, hey, we're going, and you need to stop working all the time. And we've been putting out like 16-hour days lately just to kind of get everything caught up. And
yeah,
it seems like the more money I make, the more driven I become.
Right.
So when we're doing really well or we're buying big deals, I want to work more.
Yeah.
Being at home and sleeping just doesn't thrill me. So
yeah, exactly. I have this sign right behind me, and I said, I believe in it. You can sleep when you're dead.
Yep. That's pretty much it. And
That's
I mean, the question I get a lot is like, you know, how do you get 160,000 listings? Guys, I have a great staff. My office manager's here today. She's the only one here today because I gave everybody else the day off. But she's packing and shipping orders right now. But without my staff, I would never get anywhere close to where we're at. And, you know, you just have to surround yourself with really hardworking people. And if you want to better yourself, you have to surround yourself with smarter, hardworking people that make more money than you. And
that is so true.
You will learn how to do things with them. But, you know, essentially be thankful for the people you have. And if they're good at what they do, you know, tell them they're good at what they do.
Exactly.
You know, I have a really good relationship
where you introduced your staff, and your staff was welcoming on the video when you were introducing them, but it was like they enjoy going to work. They enjoy working with you. And that's what I like about videos.
We don't talk, I mean, you know, I pay everybody kind of, you know, here and there off the books, but the big thing here is we don't have 50 people, so we're not required to have an HR. So you are allowed to say whatever you want. You can have your opinion. At the end of the day, I'm the guy that pays you. So when you say stuff to me, you kind of got to watch what it is, but you can have a difference in opinion than me. And if you have a different way of doing something than I do, if you can prove to me that your way is faster and better, we're going to adopt your way. I'm fine with, you know, progressing, because if you're not growing, you know, you're stagnant, and I want to grow. So.
And the biggest thing is like what you were saying, and that's what I like about even in the chats that I go in. I tend to hang around and talk with more people who are positive,
right?
Because that's a reflection of the people you're hanging around with. And like Iris was just saying, that's probably why she's here, because she likes hanging out with people who make her more money, and then also inspires her to do better. And that's one of the things I like about it in the morning, where I talk about my goals. I want to be held accountable, but then others talk about
Alexis.
And it's just like a trigger. You know, it basically helps everybody keep striving to what you want to accomplish, and then that's kind of like that accountability. And that's why I like watching Brian and some of the other channels that I watch, because of their attitude and their positive influence. And that's basically how you're going to keep going and how you're going to strive for more. Well, Lexi, good to see you, and I hope you have a good weekend.
And Tommy's absolutely correct. My wife is like, you know, if I'm Mr. Buys a Lot, she's Mrs. You better sell a lot.
I like that.
So, but yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, it is definitely good to have people that you trust and that work well with you, and surround yourself with people. Don't get involved in Facebook drama and YouTube drama. It's not worth it. You worry about if you sell the wrong thing to the wrong person. If you have a return one day, don't worry about it. Just return it and move on. It's not worth the headspace. The money's, you know, it hurts a little bit to have to give somebody back $20 because they didn't read your description. But at the end of the day, it's $20. Somebody else will read that description and buy that item, and it'll all be okay. And
I'm glad you said something about that, because I want to elaborate on that one. I had 2 items that came back already, and I've only been doing this for a little over a year. It was a year in July that I started. I had 2 items that were returned, and I guarantee you, when I got it, it was still in the same condition. I sold it, refunded the full amount. When I went to relist it, the price went up. So guess what? My price went up.
Yep.
So I sold it quicker and sold it for the new price. So you just never know that it can happen for a reason, and everything happens for a reason. So that's why I look at it.
And it's just not worth having the negativity in your life.
No.
You know, my son said something to me last night. I'm divorced from my first wife, and it really struck me, and it hurt a lot. Like, you know, he said, I know you hate mom, and she hates you. And I'm like, that's not true at all. I don't have any hatred or ill will towards my ex-wife.
Right.
Am I sorry that it's, you know, that it didn't work out and that my kids came from a broken home? Yes. And that's my biggest regret in life, is that I didn't fight to make sure I kept them when we split up, and I let her take them from me in the manner she did. And now my son's 17. He lives with me. He's completing school. You know, his last 3 years of school, he's had a D average. This year he has an A average.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, to me, it shows that he's made mistakes in his past.
Right.
And he's becoming the man that he should be, and that he will be as he moves on. He's going to move out to Wisconsin and go to engineering school. And I'm really proud of him. I'm really proud of both of my children. They're amazing. But, you know, for him to say that he thinks I actually hate my ex-wife, I was like, I don't hate anybody. You know, I'm thankful that she gave me the 2 beautiful children I have.
Right.
You know, I'm thankful for that. Like, they're important to me. They give me a reason to do what I do and to keep working. My wife and my adopted son give me a reason to do what I do and keep working. And, you know, without reason or without purpose, you know, there's no reason to do anything. You know, you have to have an insight and goal, or a goal in mind. And once you reach it, set a new goal.
Exactly. And I used to set my goals by the week, or actually by the month. Then I said, okay, let me do it by the week. Now I'm at the point where I set it by the day, because I feel that I can accomplish better in setting it by the week, by the day, than by the week or the month. But I do have other goals that I set by the week to make sure I get that whole week timing to get it done, because I know what my workload is going to be for the week.
Yeah.
But if you don't set goals, you're not going to accomplish anything, because then you're not striving to make that goal and keep it and start over.
Absolutely.
From you.
And it's tough. Like, a lot of people come onto YouTube and they're like, oh, you guys just do YouTube. And I had somebody comment on one of my Instagram posts like, oh, you know, you shouldn't buy for YouTube. And I was like, I'm not even monetized. Like, I don't make 1 cent from YouTube, not 1 penny.
Right.
And, you know, I still need hours. And I've been doing this for, you know, since February. And, you know, I have a couple thousand subscribers, but I still need hours. I don't have them. And, and even when you are monetized in the small groups, the people who have, you know, 5,000 subscribers, 8,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, guys, they're making like $20 a month. It's not, it's not a living, and it's a lot of work. My YouTube is very wishy-washy. I run a full-time eBay business and sell stuff at live auctions and Facebook auctions and Amazon, and we do a lot of other stuff. YouTube's the last thing that gets my attention. I just don't have time to make 3 to 4 videos every single week to be consistent. And for YouTube's algorithms, you have to be consistent if you want to grow.
Exactly.
And, you know, once a lot of my other things are off my plate, I may hire someone to do a lot of my videography and editing and YouTube. And, you know, I used to make fun of my parents not knowing how to use a computer, and like, you know, AOL came out. And now I understand. Like, I feel like I'm trying to put a VHS tape into a DVD player. I have no clue what I'm doing at this computer, and I make a living on the computer. I have no clue about YouTube and editing and all that other stuff.
Yeah. I just got a notification for your auction for next week already. Let's see. Westside Gary. I also want to say hello to Philly Picker. And
good morning, Philly.
The show is about nothing. I want to welcome y'all into the chat. Being on YouTube can Constant creative.
Absolutely, Paul.
Yes, it is. And you have to love what you're doing. And for me, it's not about the money. It's about the platform that I'm able to give to everyone else to come into and talk about positive things, or if there's a question or somebody's searching for something or need help with something. And that's what I like about this community that comes together in the mornings on the show, because then everybody may have a question, especially those that are starting out. They don't know what to do, or they don't know what to look for.
Right.
And then there's so many people in the chat that they can give out and bouncing ideas off of everybody.
Right.
And that's what I like about doing this morning show, because I even still learn things that I'm having what to do about, you know? So
yeah, and I'm looking at the chat. I mean, there's guys, if you don't know who to look for, go into a chat like Johnny's and look at the people making comments. You know, Westside Gary, awesome content, very knowledgeable guy, puts out good stuff. Wes Robinson, another really great content creator, puts out great videos. Paul Antonelli, they put out great videos. Just search for these guys on YouTube, and you'll start expanding your horizon and your knowledge base. And I think I saw Mike Newsom in here. Mike goes and he buys really good stuff at a lot. He's
a great supporter of the channel, and he's got a lot of good ideas. So right.
And these guys have knowledge. Subscribe to all of them. Show them all a little bit of patronage and learn. It's like getting a free college education that's going to make you money forever.
I have to pay for it. Yeah. Now, again, you may get ideas from one content creator, but you get something different from someone else. It's what you take from it and implement it into what you want to do. That doesn't mean it's the right way if somebody else is doing something a little different. But the best thing about it is that you get ideas on how you can take and implement it on your own, and then you can make it your own. And that's what I like about it. Brian, check your email. Westside big auction tomorrow. Yes. They have a good auction every Saturday. Saturday with him and Tom. This space is a reseller on YouTube, and then the YouTube who resells. Yeah, exactly. Tommy does all good. In the mornings, I'm always watching his morning show when I wake up, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's live. I'll get in there and start chatting in that chat in the morning. And I'm not usually up late, but when I get up early in the morning and they have them on, and Tommy and the ones that's guests on his show, I tell you one thing, it's a lot of great information out there. You just have to want to learn it and get it. And
it's fantastic. And if you guys are up late, Tommy Bernard has a late night show. If you are drunk and you have the munchies, that's where you want to be. It's perfect for that. If you want to see, a 30-year-old virgin in a tank top talking, if you're lucky, he'll have Krillin on. I'm just joking. I love Krillin. Krillin is fantastic. He's super knowledgeable also in clothing. You would never think it, but there are people that have amazing amounts of knowledge. And they share it. They don't charge you for it. They share it. You don't have to join their Patreon. You don't have to send them money. You don't have to subscribe to this or buy their course. They tell you that stuff for free.
And that's what I like about it. I get a lot of comments about that because the biggest thing I get out is, why you're not charging? Well, I personally searched out for myself. I've gotten it from other channels. I implement it into my business. And if I feel that it's something you can learn from, because I learned it from someone else for free. Now, granted, I did pay at the beginning for services that I really didn't get anything out of it. I'd rather turn around and give it to for free because, again, you give away something for free, it'll come back to you anyway. So that's why I do it that way. And I don't mind because I learned it. And I love sharing with everyone. Hello, Brittany.
Hello, Brittany.
I only watch killers from the Taco Bell skills.
Oh, yeah. He's like a Taco Bell ninja. It is Krillin, the Taco Bell ninja, guys. Guys, my wife is calling. We're supposed to be leaving on our trip in 35 minutes. I was supposed to be home 20 minutes ago. So I'm going to be hopping out of here.
Well, I'm about ready to end it because I have to get out of here too. And I have somewhere to be at for 1 o'clock. And it's a good 45 minutes away. So if you hold on 1 second, I want to talk to you after.
Okay.
So I want to tell everybody again, I can do it every show. Thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a great weekend. And hopefully y'all get to find some great finds in garage sales, estate sales, or thrifting, however you want to do it for the weekend.
Jewelry.
Make sure you have a great and safe weekend. And as I always say at the end of each of our shows, love always, love is free, And please be kind to one another and see you on the shows.
Big hug. Okay.
Anyone else's chat. So y'all have a great weekend. And see y'all in the next one later.